was I actually did start seeing like how I was living for the most part. Like I was grateful that like I loved my job, that I felt like I had already put into place boundaries that I needed to put into place to have a good work-life balance. But the one thing I noticed was that I felt like I wanted to be connected more to my parents. So they live in Pennsylvania, I live here in Los Angeles, and that really got me thinking about, do I really want to live in LA? And as of right now, even though I started doing this years ago, I still live here, right? But I'm appreciating going home more. I'm going home more often. I'm having them come here. I call them more often. It's something that I wasn't aware of until I started doing this practice. So the step 3 part of this all, right? Because it's not gonna happen, this is not gonna happen in one day or in one time. This is a practice, and it might feel really uncomfortable at first, and maybe take it in small doses. That's what I think. It's a little easier for me, I think, because I'm kind of around this all the time. And so that also takes some of the fear out of it. Step 3 is learning what you can and cannot control, accepting what you can and cannot control, because you're not technically dead yet or dying as far as we know. Maybe some of you are watching this and you do have more of a timeline, but some of you don't. We have to accept those circumstances, accept that like this death is inevitable, but we don't really know when and how it may happen for us. So, we can't predict everything. We can't necessarily make it how we want to make it, which I think is what causes a lot of anxiety. But here's what we can control. We can control how we approach our life. We can control what we do with the uncomfortable feelings that we have about the fact that we will eventually die, right? So we can control what we do and how we manage those feelings. I know for me, like I've said this till I'm blue in the face, but my 12-step program for alcoholism that I attend on a weekly basis really, really helps all of my fear around anything, right? I have therapy once a week, so that also helps. So it's not like I'm doing this all on my own. I get help. And all of this together has helped me come to a place of feeling okay with the knowledge that my life will end one day. Other things we can control, how we treat ourselves. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, how we treat others, how we prepare for this. How do we prepare for our end of life? How do we prepare for our life? We aren't dead yet. We're still alive, right? How do we prepare for that? How do we prepare for the day? How do we show up emotionally, spiritually, physically? The more I speak truth about how I truly feel about death, the more release and freedom and acceptance I get around it. So start there. Don't ignore or push away the quote unquote bad feelings you have about it. Of course you're gonna have bad feelings about it, period. It's a scary unknown thing. Part of the growth is accepting that. It's accepting that. Step 4. This is part of taking back control, right? So anyone who feels a little like, thinking and feeling about this is a little too hard. Again, normal. Step 4 will help you feel like you have a little more control. You can start asking yourself questions about your legacy, right? If I were to die in 6 months or 20 years, whatever it is, right? But I like to keep it like in a short distance so it feels a little more urgent. What would I want my legacy to be? What would I want it to be? And what would it actually be if I died tomorrow, right? So is it the same? Perfect, keep doing what you're doing. If it's not the same, what are little steps you can take to create a legacy for yourself, the one that you want to leave behind, right? This is not going to change in a moment, but thinking about these things, truly contemplating your own mortality is going to help you see the changes you need to make, right? Because the beauty of contemplating death being 6 months away is most of us aren't 6 months away from death. So you do have the luxury of time to make the changes. So when you do die, you do leave behind the legacy that you want. So step 4 is helping you see what kind of legacy you'd want to leave behind. Who do you want to be known as? What type of person do you want to be known as? How can your life positively affect others? Is it already? Do you feel you're already doing those things? Do you feel like you want to do more of those things? It just sort of helps open up those questions. And obviously legacy doesn't have to be about like fame and fortune, although it could be if that's what you wanted. It's mostly, to me at least, it's going to be different for everybody, but about family and friends. How did you show up to a room? Did you ask others about themselves? Were you able to be open and vulnerable with other people and have real connections? Do you want that? And if you do and you're not doing it, How can you make steps to do that? All of these things will help open your life up. This is all gonna help open your life up, all because you're contemplating your own mortality. Okay, step 5. This is probably the most annoying, but I think the most beneficial.